value, and not every sibling can be friends. You have to differentiate. Sometimes that is enough. Like, I love you, I got you, if anything goes down. And that's the essence of family. Not everyone has family, has relationship. So I think if you merge the two, then that's where people get confused. I think you have to make conscious decisions. And I think also it's also about stages of life as well. When people are building, sometimes they don't have time. Like what you said, you only meet people when it's something to do with what you're already doing. So it's easier to meet them because you're building. Let's build our lives and stay as close as possible, but we don't have the time to be spending every day together and these kind of things. So my thing is, when we get to that stage where we can, and that's why I'm always an advocate for joint ventures. I'm always like, what can we do? That's just my perspective.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with a lot of things you say. Family and friends. It's interesting. This links into mental health. For your family not to be friends, it's a psychological thing because you grew up in the same household, and this is where conscious decisions come in. Right? You grew up in the same household, depending on characteristics you believe could be such that we don't get on, or because friends don't necessarily have to have the same interest, right? And especially when we start talking about those are goal-oriented. So it means you can make a conscious decision to do something together in order to solidify a relationship. So you go around somebody's house to play a poker game, solidify that circle, right? But you're obviously different. You obviously have different interests, right? It doesn't mean you shouldn't spend time together because you're different. Valuing what's at home or not being conscious of where you are, that you start spinning out and start going to make your friends your family. Again, this is because of the instability at home, because of broken pieces.
Exile on Frog The enchanted frog was waiting for his Princess Charming to come and kiss him on his frog lips. And then he turned into me.
Why?
Because I'm the Frog Prince.
to say, not to say, not to say I wasn't grieving in the evening. Not to say, not to say, not to say I want another just like the other. I send all of it. I take all of it. I send all of it, and then you send, then you send it all back to me. We act like nobody dies. You act like nobody dies. I act like nobody dies. We act like nobody dies. What to say, what to say, what to say? Who could bother with a father? What to say, what to say, what to say? You made a cruel kid. Come look what you did. I take all of it. I send all of it, and then you send it all. Won't you come for me? I got love to give, too scared to leave. All my life, won't you come for me? I got love to give, too scared to leave. We act like nobody dies. You act like nobody dies. I act like nobody dies. We act like nobody dies. We act like nobody dies. You act like nobody dies. I act like nobody dies. We act like nobody dies.
like a comet, fire coming from it. Oh baby, let's just sit back and stare. We're in love again. We're in love again. And I can't stop thinking about it. My favorite kind of fever. When you tell me not to doubt it, I tell you I believe you. I'm a man on a mission. You're a stripper out of love. And we're good in the backseat, but we're better up front. And there's blood on my knuckles, 'cause there's money in the trunk. Keep running out of luck. Keep running out of luck. Now there's cash on a stage. Doesn't matter what they paid. We're in love again. We're in love again. So please don't stand around me when she starts a dancing. I'm feeling like I might catch a case. We're in love again. So we're in love again. And I can't stop thinking about it. She's probably gonna leave you, but she tells me not to doubt it, and I'm starting to believe her. Understand, I'm a man on a mission. You're a stripper out of love, and we're good in the backseat, but we're better up front. And there's blood on my knuckles, 'cause there's money in the trunk. Keep running out of luck. Keep running out of luck. In a neon boneyard, raised from the dead. We'll bet on forever, but we both
You're listening to 91.5 FM WUMLO. We have a couple of very important messages for you. First of all, when you commit a gun crime, it's not just you who pays the price. It's your entire family. Gun crimes hit home. A public service announcement brought to you by Project Safe Neighborhoods, the Ad Council, and WUMLO. Additionally, you know, as generous a nation we are, sometimes instead of giving, we almost give. Don't almost give. Give. To find out how you can help, visit don'talmostgive.org. A message brought to you by the Ad Council and your friends here at WUML. All right, the fun and games are over. You're listening to Live from the Fallout Shelter here at 91.5 FM WUML Lowell. And it's not just me listening to, because we have some very special friends. We have Bib Gaby in the house, and they're going to play some beautiful music starting right about now. So without any further, here's Bib Gaby.
I'm on guitar, and ooh, nice little echo. Ryan Fleming is on bass.
Yeah, that's
and,
me.
And
got Chris.
Chris Hinault from Old Soul is on drums right now. We're progressive psychedelic doom metal, or something like that. Whatever you might like, you know. So yeah, we're gonna do our thing right now. Thank you all for listening, and
Shout out to Hayden. I know he's listening right now.
I love Hayden. Yeah.
Let's do it.
We are Bib Gaby, and you're listening to 91.5 Wumel Lowell. That's one of the first songs we ever wrote. That song is called John From. We wrote that with our friend Matt a while ago. That was a little while ago. That was like 2.5, 3 years ago now.
3 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next one is called Plebes with Coke. It's a fast one, so get ready.
Yeah, this one's very heavy.
Thank you all so much for listening. We're so excited to play. This is our first radio gig, and we really feel very professional right now. Feels like we're a real band. So very unfamiliar feeling. So we're glad to have it.
Yeah, very unfamiliar indeed. Got some really great people helping us out here.
Yes, that song was called Plebes with Coke. It's the second song that we've written, so we're kind of going in order right now.
Yeah, it's true.
Once again, thank you to the Fallout Shelter, and a big shout out to everyone I know who's listening. That song makes Chris very tired because it's very difficult to play the drums.
Yeah, it's a real thrasher. Yeah, our next one is Bread Heavy. We had a keyboardist playing with us for a little while. He liked to call
Shout
that
out
the
to
carb song.
Silas.
Shout out to Silas Price. We
Hopefully
love that
he's
guy.
around somewhere. He's doing something right now. I know it. Silas of Boys Club. If you guys ever listen to Boys Club.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, he's part of Boys Club.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Boys Club. Max always needs to tune because he wails on the strings. I'm sure you heard that.
Yeah,
He's
it's
a big-
really
he's
it's
a
really a
big
problem.
wailer.
I gotta stop. I'm gonna
Changing our
destroy
name
this
to,
guitar by the time I'm out
Ryan
of college.
and the Wailers. The song is called Bread Heavy, and we're Bib Gaby. So thank you so much for listening. That's B-I-B, B-I-B-G-A-B-Y, in case you had a little trouble hearing it.
Yeah, we tend to get called Bib Gabby a lot.
It's not Gabby.
It's not
It's
Gabby.
Gaby.
It's Gaby.
It's like Big Baby, but with the letters rearranged.
Indeed. Yeah. Yeah, I think Chris did think it was Bib Gabby when he first. You still do? I don't know. Maybe we need to change names, or maybe we need to change the spelling.
No, we
I
don't.
know.
We already have a bunch of stickers, so we can't.
It's
change
true. Yeah,
names.
we do have a bunch of stickers flying around now, so maybe we should
Yeah,
commit.
limited edition stickers. Make sure you find yours
Yeah.
in an alleyway near you.
Yeah, you might find yours in an alleyway near you, or maybe from us if you come
If
and
you
see
run
us at
into
one of the
us.
few shows that we play every year.
We don't have anything
So-
lined up, so
Yeah, we'll make something
hopefully we'll play
happen
this
soon, though.
summer.
Yeah.
We got another song on the way. This one's called Triangle.
Yeah.
Not the word triangle, the symbol triangle. Because we have a very pretentious, Bandcamp naming convention going on.
Yeah, if you're gonna actually pronounce this song, you have to make the shape of a triangle with your hands. That's it for old material. We've played those songs at quite a few shows over the years, the past couple of years, and we love them, but we got something new now for
New
you.
stuff.
Something very different. That is very different from anything we've ever done. We're glad to have Chris Hinault be a part of it with us.
I'd like to
been a
announce
really
real
great drummer
quick
for
that
us.
this song and one other will be coming out as a single very soon.
Yes, that's right.
Very soon. So check out our Bandcamp. Not right now because we don't have anything on it, but in approximately a couple days.
Yeah.
bibgaby.bandcamp.com.
Yep.
And, once again, before we play our last song, we'd like to thank the Fallout Shelter for being so awesome and having us on.
Yeah, for real.
If you didn't know, you're listening to Bib Gaby on 91.5 Wummel in Lowell, WUML.
This last song is called Fathmatic.
We're Bib KB, and that was our last song. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much to the Fallout Shelter.
Yeah.
91.5
Lucas Delisle, all the other guys
WUML.
here. Really, really great team.
All right, that's it.
Yeah,
We're done.
We're done.
Bye.
See y'all.
Turn off your radios. No, I'm just joking. Keep listening. Keep listening to Fallout Shelter.
You're all going to die down here.
If you feel you have reached this recording in error, we're sorry.
This is an emergency. This is an emergency.
We're sorry. All again.
This is an emergency.
We're sorry.
You're all going to die down here. This is an emergency. You're all going to die down here.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
Hello there. You're listening to 91.5 FM WUML Lowell. What you just heard, who you just heard, perhaps even whom you've just heard, was Bib Gaby. They played some incredible musics for us. And now I've got a couple messages for you. First of all, stroke's no joke. If you or someone you love has symptoms of a stroke, don't call family. Don't dial a friend. Don't wait. It may be too late. Dial 911. Time lost is brain lost. Seriously. Dial 911. Dial, that is. Learn all the symptoms of a stroke at strokesnojoke.org. That is strokesnojoke.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the American Stroke Association, the Ad Council, and WUML. Additionally, hey, wake up. Wake up. You can't dream your way into college. There are actual steps you need to take. Steps that go beyond just getting good grades and staying out of trouble. Truth is, there's stuff you could be doing as early as 7th grade to start preparing. So if you're really serious about college, visit knowhowtogo.org. It spells out everything you need, starting with step 1, finding an adult who can help. For the rest of the steps, visit knowhowtogo.org today. Brought to you by the American Council on Education, Lumina Foundation for Education, the Ad Council, and all of your friends here at WUML Lowell. So, just like, thank you guys for not touching that dial yet, and you probably should continue to not touch that dial because, first of all, it's a beautiful day out, and also, we've got Bib Gaby here, as you may know, but they're not just here to play music. If they were just here to play music, then it would be a different night, because they're also here to have a nice, fine interview, and it's gonna be riveting. It's gonna be the best interview ever. At least the best one that's happened during my lifetime. And I'm gonna let you guys in on something. I'm gonna tell you guys. I'm gonna tell you guys one of the questions that I'm gonna ask them. And you at home in the car, or wherever you are, if you're away from home, if you're at a friend or enemy's house, you can think about the question too, and you can think about how you'd answer it, and then they're gonna answer it. And if the band is listening right now, you might want to cover your ears, because this is kind of like it's a sneak peek into the interview. Anyways, here's the question. If you were having a picnic, what kind of bug would you invite? What bug would you invite? All right, that's it. You can uncover your ears. All right, so that's a question for you to think about. If you have an answer already, you can call or text in to 978-934-4969, and you can let me know, and I can tally up your votes and answers of what bug would you invite to your picnic. We're going to have Bib Gaby on the air real soon, answering all the questions you could dream of. So, don't touch that dial.
Torn up beyond
do a cymbal overdub over that?
Oh yeah.
Just you can just do it out there.
All right.
Fanny knows what her name is. She knows just how to call. Fanny knows what her name is. She knows just who will call. Fanny knows what the game is. She knows just how to play. Fanny knows what the game is. She knows just who will stay. So keep it undercover. My Fanny goes on down. Keep it undercover. My Fanny sticks around. She knows how to grab hold. Fanny runs you around. My Fanny, she won't let go. She loves you till you're down. So keep it undercover. My Fanny goes on down. Keep it undercover. My Fanny sticks around. Yeah. Well, I used to get high and dance all around the house, clean and rearranging while I'd let it all out. Those happy times I'd say to myself, this is it, don't stop. All will be well if you only never stop the clock. You gotta learn to cut losses and recognize new truths, or you'll never get anywhere that is of any use. Sometimes you can't see the sea, even from above. So whatever hints you get, you better hurry and take
I forgot that's what people do. They pair off two by two until one of them turns blue. Don't have much practice at really needing someone, so I need you to show me how it can be sensibly done. 'Cause I need you like a string needs a kite to get to the sky. I look for the sound of wind to put in my headphones to help these walls dissolve, take me to another zone. 'Cause I'm an animal and I have one life. You're an animal and you have one life. Do 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 turn blue. I love you, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, I love you, yes I do. I love you, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, I love you, yes I do. And on the lazy days, the dogs dissolve and drain away. The world is ghost and always waits the day we are awaiting. Up and over we go through the wave and undertow. I will float until I learn how to swim inside my mother in a garbage bin until I find myself again, again. Oh, oh, oh. Up and over we go with mouths open wide and spilling snow. I will spit until I learn how to speak. Through the door in the sideboard street, but I'm ever proclaiming my up and over we go. The weight it sets all down, and I don't know. I will shout until they know what I mean. I mean
voice of a dead dog sing and a synthetic blind shine, shine.
Fucking
some ways that I wish that I was out on the Bevel Sound. It sounds like everything else. You'll know it when you hear it, 'cause you know the way my voice felt. Ignore my tone and everything I sing for me. Ignore the phone on your bed, it rings
shirt collar ringing me out. My collarbone got all red. And already severing prose, I'll roast, I'll sing instead. I hold you, put your neck out. Tell me the ways you wish you were. Keep your confidence sound. You'll hook my spur. So when I went to hang out, I hung behind your eyes. My eyes still flickers out quickly, or I can't decide. I'm tapped out, don't it always seem to go there? You could hold it right in your hands, collapse and still not know. In your hands, collapse and still not know. Not know. Say what it is, say how it is with everybody I know. I got no temper for that. I send you this cadmium red one, every layer I shed, and I shed one layer for this. Say what it is, it's so impossible. But if I just say what it
Return of the B-boy style. Props to all the B-boys and B-girls in the house. Check it out. I got the vibe. Check 1 2, check 1 2 3. Wild with the style. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Just Jack wreck the rhyme. Hell yeah.
When I'm on the mic, I like to speak free.
Yo, as easy as it may seem, the scene is not a capability for most to possess. You gotta catch up and take the time to create. Construct demonstrate, set whack demonstrate. Drinking the V8. I'm like a baseball player on track, got on still cleats. Represent the conscious style until it hits the streets. My backbone, attack rap home. Got mad rap tones. I need straight fake mad lib beats and cracker jack clones. It's time for lunch already, yes, past lunch. I eat MCs like Captain Crunch. I attack and I punch. Rapping is such different style that's unlike yours. Whack MCs, I point you out and point out all of your flaws. All of your jaws get broken. Style's no joking. Battling, straight up battling is what I'm provoking. But I'll die before this whack MC infects me. Hip hop industry to the point I cannot breathe. But if Wild Child dies before Wild Child wakes, I pray to God to step down and take down all them fake MCs. Pretty please.
When I'm on the mic, I like to speak free.
I got the vibe. Check 1 2, check 1 2 3. Wild with the style. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Just Jack wreck the rhyme. Hell yeah.
When I'm on the mic, I like to speak free.
Down with the licks, jump straight from the bass onto the kicks. Not freestyling MCs, fall down straight in the pits. My name is Jack, spontaneous freestylist when I catch wreck. Brothers vibe me so hard saying my rhymes I ain't wrote yet. So I take it to the max, take out fake funk and jacks. Get to the point as I rock up on my lip up and tracks. You used to get busy at open mics, no I still do. I kill crews, lyrically, spiritually, yo I will do. Anything it takes to bring B-boy style back. Anything's for you to make you say my rhyme style's fat. But I'll die before this whack MC infects the hip-hop industry. To the point I cannot breathe. But if Wild Child dies before Wild Child wakes, I pray to God to step down and take down all them fake MCs. Pretty please.
When I'm on the mic, I like to speak free.
I got the vibe. Check 1 2, check 1 2 3. Wild with the style. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Just Jack wreck the rhyme. Hell yeah.
When I'm on the mic, I like to speak free.
I got the vibe. Check 1 2, check 1 2 3. Wild with the style. Jack is a B-boy. Does Jack wreck the rhyme. Hell yeah.
When I'm on the mic, I like to speak free.
Yeah.
When I'm on the mic. When I'm on the mic. When I'm on the mic, I like to speak free.
You're listening to 91.5 FM WUML Lowell. And I'm not here alone, folks. I'm not here in this room all alone. Because I'm with Bib Gaby.
Yeah.
You guys can, who are you?
It's us.
Who are we?
What's your name?
That's a good question.
Our name is Bib Gaby.
B-I-B-G-A-B-Y. I want to start spelling it for
Gabby.
people because
Gabby.
otherwise people will get it wrong.
All right,
Everyone
honestly,
says
tell
Bib
me, which
Gabby.
one of you is Bib and which one of you is Gabby?
You're Bib. Am I Bib?
No, he's.
I think you're Bib.
All right, I'm Bib.
Gaby.
He's Gabby.
So I guess to get
Now
real
I'm
for
saying
a
Gabby.
second,
No, it's Gaby.
Gaby.
Yeah.
My actual name, if you're wondering, is Ryan. R-Y-A-N.
Ryan Fleming.
And what's your name?
My name is.
He's about to give a fake name.
I'm not gonna give a fake name. My name is Max. I'm Max Reefstick, and I'm a part of Bib Gaby.
He plays
I'm a
guitar.
guitarist.
I play bass.
He's the bassist. Our drummer Chris isn't here. He went home because
He's a busy
tired.
guy.
He's a busy guy.
Dude, carrying drums, that'll tire you out.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
So speaking of...
He's also an Old Soul.
He is
That's
also an Old Soul.
That is a great band. I highly encourage anyone listening right now or who has been listening to check that band out because they're going places.
Yeah, absolutely. Some great local talent.
Mhm.
Old soul, baby.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you order something like a coffee or some food, do you ever give a name that's not your name?
I never do that, but all my friends do, and I'm like, oh man, they're really cool. How cool is he that he's saying, Dr. Shavako or just, making something up. I don't have the guts. I'm not that kind of I don't like, some people just have fun lying. I'm not one of those people. I get stressed.
Yeah. Yeah,
Have you ever done that?
I don't have a need, but so funny story. My girlfriend, whose name is Chindana, which is
Shout
an
out
Indonesian
Chindana.
name, kind of a little bit uncommon too, even in Indonesia. She usually just goes by Donna when she's at Starbucks. I always just find that so funny.
Yeah.
It makes it sound like she's like an aunt or something, and it's so weird.
Yeah. See, it's funny you bring up a need because, I mean, my name isn't like, it's not Indonesian and rare, but like, I find that like my name being Darren, usually people go with like Derek, Darian, Daryl. And sometimes I don't know how to say it because my family's Irish and they're like Darren. My uncle's like Darren, and a lot of American people are like Darren. So sometimes I'm just like, I don't know how to say it. So that's why I'm just like Jeffrey. I'm like the food or the Starbucks drink is for Jeffrey.
Wow,
You know?
it's brave, man.
Jeffrey.
Or like,
That's your alter ego.
it's fun.
It shows that you're a risk taker.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Lucas.
I'd be too afraid of getting caught.
Oh, Lucas just left the building.
Oh, peace out.
We're big fans of Lucas here.
We
He did
really
a great
are.
job mixing
Yeah.
us. We're
Yeah.
very thankful to Lucas.
Yeah, for real.
And,
We listened
all
back
praise.
to our little set afterwards, and it sounded so tight.
Yeah. Oh my God. He did a fantastic job. And he just dropped off a little USB for Max, so hopefully we'll have that set up for anyone who missed it.
You will.
Yeah.
You will.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's going to be showing up on our Bandcamp pretty soon, which is bibgaby.bandcamp.com. Right now, it doesn't really have anything, so
No,
don't
there's
go on
nothing
yet.
on it right now.
Yeah, probably
We
within
should've-
the next week or two. There's probably
Yeah.
going to be something
Well, as
on
soon
there
as
from
you
this show. So
approve my cover art for the single,
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
put it. So I do a lot of like
Yeah.
Photoshop stuff. So I've been working on some cover art for the new single out, which is the last. It's the
Yeah.
first song we played and the last song we played are going to be on it.
Yep.
And it was
Yep,
recorded
that's-
by Marcel.
Yeah, Marcel Damiano recorded those for us over at the senior studio at
We had a special
UML.
guest drummer. Shout out to Brown.
Brown
Blarnez.
Blaniars, yeah. Or Mike if you know him like that. But
It's definitely Brown.
It's Brown.
Yeah.
He says that he got that nickname because people always said that he looked like Charlie Brown when he was younger.
Maybe when he
Which
was
I
younger.
don't-
He
I
doesn't
don't
look like
see
Charlie
it.
Brown now.
Yeah,
but
I definitely
just-
don't see it.
That's a great
but
nickname, though. I wonder what he says at Starbucks. Does he say Brown or?
He probably
Mike?
does.
I hope he does.
He almost always goes by Brown. But anyways, yeah, he did a great job on that, and yeah, those recordings will be out soon too. Yeah, we're eventually going to put together some sort of an album, I think, an album or an EP.
Yeah, we have more
So we
recording
got-
sessions scheduled on the
Yeah.
horizon. They're not like definite, but hopefully, at least definitely sometime this summer.
Yeah. Our
Hopefully,
friend-
like in the next month or two.
Yeah, certainly. Our friend Adam Ferguson's probably going to
Adam.
do one of those. Yep.
Well, you know what?
He's also great.
When you guys are going to release stuff, you should feel free to mosey on over here.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah, we will.
Your
Yeah.
I would
faces.
take any excuse to come back here.
Yeah,
This
we'll
is a cool
send
place.
it. We will
You
make that
guys-
stuff sent.
You guys got
We
a
will-
great face for radio.
So,
So I got a big question. What's your favorite part about the sun?
My favorite part about the sun.
Yeah,
What about you, Ryan?
This is
You-
the.
you
I
go
haven't.
I don't like the sun. I don't like. I get a lot of crap for this, but I don't like summer. I much prefer. I like it when it's cold. I like fall. I like snow.
Do you like light?
I like artificial lights. I like
That's a
cool.
good answer.
I like cool light setups. No, the sun's cool. I mean, I don't know. You need it for like life and stuff. But I've never been like one of those like I like gloomy days. I like it when it's overcast. I'm never
I
one of
like
those
gloomy
people who's
days too,
like,
but
oh, the sunshine. Oh, it's falling on me. And I'm like, no, I'll go out later. I'll go out when it's setting.
when the clouds
That's my
come out.
favorite part of the sun is it when it's setting or when it's rising. Either one.
You're like, good riddance, sayonara.
I'm not a vampire, but borderline.
You're
I
like,
guess.
hell yeah, he's leaving. I hate this guy.
I like the fact that the sun is this grand, eternal, shiny thing that is always going to be around even when I'm gone. You know.
It will be around
That's
when you're
kinda
gone,
cool.
but if you look at 5 billion years from now,
Yeah, if you're looking in terms of
And
that
if we
kind of
get-
timeline,
it's gonna die,
gonna
man.
If
be
we get
toast.
reincarnated, then we'll outlast the sun.
Oh
so.
yeah,
it would take a couple generations,
couple-
but
yeah.
absolutely.
take a
But you're absolutely right.
few reincarnations to outlive the sun. I'd say yeah, but
What would you want to be reincarnated as, Max?
I don't know, man. What kind of animal has the sickest life? If we're talking animals, I guess I don't know.
Some people say pet dogs have. like,
Yeah,
really
dogs
good
have pretty good lives. Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
true.
about that. I
Depends
mean,
on. Well, yeah, that kind
depends on your owner. Depends
on
on
your owner. Depends
the
on
breed
all
of
that,
dog
yeah.
you are. Like if you're like one of those like purebred, like bulldogs, or I don't know what kind of dogs they are, but they have like deformed noses and they have breathing problems.
Oh,
and
geez,
stuff.
pugs. Yeah,
Pugs. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. They're so cute though. But I don't know. I don't really have
What
an
about
answer
you,
to that.
Darren? What would you be reincarnated as?
Oh, we're gonna ask the interviewer.
Whoa.
Flipping the script
Flipping it.
here.
We're flipping it.
Oh my gosh, it's flipped. What animal would I want to be if I was reincarnated?
Could be a sea creature. It could be an insect. Could be a mammal.
I'm gonna go with a sea lion or a seal, so I could just like
There you
lay
go.
lay on my back.
Good
and
You do that.
answer.
You can do
Good
that flap
answer.
thing on your belly.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
I like that.
Just like wearing too many clothes for this.
Anything in the sea would be awesome.
Yeah, you're so dapper right
The
now.
sea,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm wearing this Nickelodeon shirt that my girlfriend left in my house.
What's your favorite Nickelodeons that are on this shirt? All right, let me
Probably
describe
Ren
it
and
for the
Stimpy.
listeners in 1 second. We got Reptar up top. We got Nigel from the Wild Thornberries. We got an Angry Beaver. We got Ren or Stimpy, the other Angry Beaver, the guy from Arnold. I'm not gonna say everyone, but you should get the vibe by now. Gerald.
There's some Rugrats on there, some Real Monsters,
Yep.
and there's some
Is that little dog from Rocco's Modern Life?
Rocko's Modern Life. Yes.
Gotta be on there.
And the monsters.
Cat Dog, is he on there? Probably.
No, I don't see him actually.
Oh, you gotta
That's
throw
kinda
that
sad.
shirt out. You gotta get rid of it.
Get rid of this
Yeah, I
shirt.
was gonna say that.
Tell your girlfriend, sorry, tough cookies.
No,
But what's your favorite on there?
my favorite is
It's
probably
Ren and
Ren and
Stimpy,
Stimpy. Yeah,
Yeah.
Ren and Stimpy is
John
is a
K.
freaking head trip.
Yeah.
I've
That-
heard as much.
That
Yeah.
one episode where they are like, I think he's like a dentist is working on him or something. There's just one very vivid image of them like pulling the nerves out of Stimpy's mouth or something, and it's very disturbing.
Jeez, I
It's
don't even
launched-
remember that one.
It's a kids show, and it launched nightmares for probably like
Oh, yeah.
thousands, millions of 10-year-olds
Oh,
across
certainly.
the
Yeah.
US.
Are you guys?
Yeah, I think. Oh, what were you gonna say? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, speaking of disturbing television, Nickelodeon. Are you guys too old to have seen a Mr. Meaty?
I think so. I don't recall
yeah,
that one.
Not familiar.
I haven't even seen it since I was like too young to remember it. But it's
Okay.
like it's a Nick show. It's like it has puppets of these guys who work in a food place, and it's
oh God.
it's super creepy.
I think I
all
have.
the time.
You're bringing back memories for me.
Oh,
if
it's
possible.
the worst. I feel like it was
Repressed
just designed
memories.
to like ruin
Yeah.
lives.
Do you ever watch? What was that show? It was like Anna Anaconda or something.
It sounds.
It was like a
oddly.
It was like a
familiar.
cutout, like girl, and she was like had like newspaper skin, and it was like almost like a South Park, but like with like weird like cutouts. I think it was on Nickelodeon. I don't know. It was like one of those Kablam type shows.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kablam.
Shouts out over there. All right, you guys. I got to keep the questions going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
All right.
fire with some more
Let's
wacky
go
questions.
through all of them.
What
Yeah.
bug would you invite to your picnic?
Praying mantis. I just like the way they look, not for their personality, because I don't think they have great personalities or anything.
No,
but
that's true.
I
yeah.
just
Oh,
think they're very
yeah, no
elegant
way.
looking. I think they are like when I see a praying mantis like on the ground or something, I get the urge to like pick it up and carry it around. Maybe I'll get a pet one.
Show
I
it
don't
the
know.
world.
I wouldn't invite a bug. I hate bugs. I hate
Ooh.
bugs so much.
You know, I want to defend the bugs, but like it is a picnic.
Yeah,
You
it's
really
also a
wanna-
picnic. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
really
praying
wanna
mantis
Get away
would
from
not
my
eat
food.
any of your food.
Get
so-
away from my food.
I honestly could see the praying mantis kind of standing by. He'd be like, "I'm not concerned with food.
Yeah.
I'm concerned with praying." And I feel like maybe they're aggressive to each other.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh,
No, they are.
yeah.
They like bite off the head of
Yeah.
their mate. I believe the female bites off the male's head after mating. Is how it goes with the praying mantis,
I guess,
which is pretty rad. That's pretty cool for like.
If you're into that,
It's very metal.
I'm not gonna shame you. We're not gonna kink shame any bugs on this show.
We can, right?
We probably could. We could get away with it. I'll be honest, but I'm just.
That's
I'm
what I'm
just
kink
rather
shaming.
not. That's
All
true.
right, next question. Let's keep it going.
Okay, what's your favorite tire ever and why?
favorite tire?
Tire.
Like maybe this particular tire or wheel got you somewhere special.
Oh, I have a. Do you want to go first? Because I actually do have a favorite tire,
I-
which is the tire swing at Penguin Park.
I was
in
thinking it would be a
Andover.
swing.
I swung on that thing a whole lot when I was a kid. It was great. It's not like a tree or anything. It's like a flat tire, so it's like this. You can't see, but I'm motioning with my hands.
All right, the
And,
tire is
it, like-
laying flat.
Yeah,
like
and it
a,
spins
like
around.
like a
you can
dinner
sit on it.
plate.
Exactly. You get, yeah. I went on that a lot as a kid. I loved getting dizzy. It was a great. That's always a great feeling when you're a kid because it's the closest thing you can get to being like drunk or high or anything. Is like, oh, I'll get super
Tire
dizzy.
swing.
I don't have a favorite tire.
How did you come here without a favorite tire?
Dude, that's something I just I can't pull one
Work
out
on
for you
that
that
next time.
All right.
Next time.
So
Next
I'm gonna go for it here. So, how long have you been playing any instruments, and when you pick up your instrument to play it, what do you feel and think in the kind of a
Ooh.
in kind of a way that's kind of like, like the bass
Spiritual, you mean?
like the bass thing of like what you feel,
Huh.
you know?
Max, you go first as far as how
You want me
long.
to go first? Okay. Yeah, I've been playing guitar, acoustic and electric since. Oh, jeez.
Did you
I
start
was,
with
like-
guitar or bass?
I started with guitar. I started when I was like 13. Yeah, and I picked up bass like not too long after that. And in reality, even though I play guitar for this band, I'm really, when it comes down to it, a bassist.
Yeah, it's the same for me. I'm playing bass in this band, but I'm really
he's
a
really
guitarist.
yeah.
So we're kind of swapped.
Yeah.
It's just because
Um,
Max is so good at guitar that we just decided to switch. That way he can like go crazy with the solos. I'm not as good, even though
That's not the reason. no,
I've been
it's-
playing longer than you actually, because I started playing guitar when I was like 11 or 12. But I
Nice.
also put it down for like a year at a time
Oh,
at certain
okay.
points.
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's not really the reason though why it is the way it is. It was just
Yeah,
sort of like
no,
we
it's a
started this
happy
band.
accident.
We started this band with another friend of ours. I started it with another friend of ours. His name is Matt. Shout out to Matt if he's out there.
Shout out.
And yeah, it was just sort of our thing. It was just drums and guitar at first.
Yeah.
Not even bass. And then we added bass shortly after that. But anyways, yeah, to answer your question about
How you feel?
how do I feel
How do you feel
when I pick up my instrument?
when you look at it?
When I look at it, I don't know.
And it's in
Don't
your
really feel
hands?
anything in particular when I look at my guitar.
You don't
Except
feel
for
lust?
that's a cool guitar.
Lust when you stare at your guitar?
I don't know.
Wistfulness. I don't even know what that means right now.
Do you feel something?
Certainly when I'm playing. Yeah, I mean, you said something like, "What do you try to do?" Kind of when you're playing it. Was that part of the
Yeah,
question?
yeah, yeah. Like what?
I feel like I can answer that.
Yeah, like when
Yeah.
when you're causing it to emit sounds. What
I'm-
is that to you?
I'm-
What is it?
I'm trying to make whoever's listening have as intense and interesting an experience as possible. Usually, I mean, I do a lot of other stuff. At least for this band, that's what it is. I do a lot of other stuff that's a lot less. What's the word? It's a lot less frou-frou. It's a lot less.
What?
You're gonna have to elaborate though.
It's a lot less like ornate and and intense and thought provoking. Complicated sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
You're saying everything else isn't like that, but Bib
everything
Gaby
else isn't like
is.
that. But Bib Gaby is. This is sort of a
Meticulous?
place where I try to.
Yeah.
No, it's not meticulous. It's really not. There's a
Oh.
lot of. I don't know, but my point is just that it's sort of it's my place to sort of make those intense experiences for people. That's what I'm talking about. And that was sort of something that happened, that was a thing from the very beginning when I started this band with our other friend Matt. It was sort of a thing that he and I both sort of agreed on very early on, like this needs to be the kind of thing that like just catapults people into the craziest feeling that they've ever had, or something. Like if it's played like wicked loudly on like a really nice set of speakers with all the lights out,
Yeah.
or like
Especially with
one
the
red
lights
with
out.
or with one weird red light in the corner or something, and the wind's just blowing in your face or something. That's the way that Bib Gaby should be listened to.
That's how we practice sometimes. Sometimes we practice in
That's
like
true,
as
yeah.
dark as possible, or
Put
just
a-
like one.
Put a fan on for that wind.
Yeah, exactly.
A red
Could
light.
blow our hair around.
Yeah. We used to have to have a fan on because we used to have this practice
Oh,
space
yeah.
over in Chelmsford,
That
and that
place.
place got so hot, so we
Yeah,
always
because
had to
it'd
have
be
a
so
fan.
cramped. Because we
That's
would
true,
like have the door locked and everything. We couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very intense.
Yeah.
But that's cool. about expanding on what you're saying about like making people feel crazy or whatever. It's been cool because like we've had times where people come up to us and is like, oh, that made me feel like all these like feelings. And
Yeah,
like, not even necessarily that they're like positive feelings or like negative feelings, just that it's like, you know, they might feel out of body or they might feel, you know, disassociated or they might feel, you know, they feel something. And it's not necessarily like, oh, I felt overwhelming joy or like, oh, you guys made me feel terrible or something. It's just that
It's just something.
it's
yeah.
just, it's something
That's-
extreme and it's very
Yeah,
notable.
exactly. Dude, yeah. Ryan just like described Bib Gaby exactly right there.
And
I
that's
think.
that's
Like,
not even my words. That's what someone else said to me after one of our very early shows. Is that they came up to me and was like,
yeah, I think that.
Yeah.
I think that we don't have a positive or a negative message. I mean, that's part of the fact that we don't have a vocalist. You might have noticed when you listened to us that there was no vocalist.
99% instrumental.
It's 99% instrumental.
There's one song where I like scream, but I just like doing that. I don't think of myself as like a vocalist. It's just like
Neither do I.
Yeah, it's just part of that like soundscape or whatever. Is like, oh, it needs this one little thing on top of it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right,
You can
exactly.
totally throw in your voice as an instrument.
Yeah,
you
voice
know?
as an instrument. Which is what I mean. A lot of the stuff I listen to is like that too. Like I love anyone who uses their vocal, like not just to like sing, but to like, you know, scream, provide, you know, texture, that kind of stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what I think of it as. Not like vocals, but like texture, I guess.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I was just gonna say that like, based off that stuff that like people said that you, Ryan, that you just repeated, it's like that's really it in a nutshell. You know, we don't, in terms of what we have going into it creatively. Yeah, we don't have a negative or a positive message, like, and that's part of the whole lack of vocalist thing.
We don't have any
just
message.
in the music itself, there is no. We're not trying to say anything. I don't think we ever will try and say anything. It's just,
Like
it's
if-
just what we think sounds cool and what we think will create those experiences we're talking about for people. And I guess it's working. I guess it's working. If that really did happen, yeah. I know our friend Tyler said something.
Yeah,
like
that's
that to us
what I was
one
talking
time.
about. Tyler from Boys Club said some really positive things that very much cemented what we were kind of like going for as a band, and it was good to get that positive feedback. But yeah, like I would say that on a certain level, like we kind of have like a band name and a song name and all that kind of stuff, like on a just because it's necessary. You can't be an untitled band. You can't be an unnamed band and have like all your songs be untitled or whatever. Because otherwise, I think that we would. Or I mean,
that's true. Yeah,
like we don't. Like we have song names and stuff, and they mean things. They mean things to us, but it's not necessarily like, oh, we're trying to say this to these people. We're trying to like say something or whatever. Like we have our beliefs and we have our, you know, ideas, but that's not necessarily what Bib Gaby is.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right. Do you think you're trying to? So I get what you're trying to do. You're trying to create, you know, make people feel something.
Yeah.
Not necessarily positive or negative. And I know you're not trying to say anything, as you said, perhaps.
Mhm.
But do you think that you're end up trying to like portray any kind of like experience or feeling? And
Sometimes.
is there any like
Yeah.
experiences or feelings from life that you can see translating into the creating of any song? Whether
That's a very good question. When I think of like the experiences that where if you're talking about what we're trying to like with our sound communicate to other people, I would say it's not like concrete type things that you can look like. We're not trying to make people reflect on like, oh, a summer they had in their childhood or like relationship with their family or whatever. Although I do love music that like does that, but that's not what we're getting at. I hope people that listen to our music experience something that's like, you know, not organic, like not, you know, within their life, but it's something they could imagine. Like if you want to imagine what it'd be like to be a bird or imagine what it'd be like to be an undersea creature, maybe that is a little more close to like what we'd like you to feel when you're listening to us. But as far as like our own life experiences, obviously those like play into like what we play and all that kind of stuff.
Definitely. I don't know. I think like there's definitely certain songs we've written that had like certain feelings or ideas sort of pushed into them. Not that we were like, you know, totally trying to communicate in the end, because like I said, there's never usually a message. But I don't know, we've got that one song that was a part of our set list tonight, called Plebes with Coke, and that song's supposed to, I guess like when I put that one together with Matt a long while ago, we were sort of just thinking about, like, you know, what is just the most horrifying, like, scary and violent thing imaginable. Like, what would be the sound in your head when, you know, you're just in the middle of, like, a very large group of people, like, you know, beating the snot out of each other, like, like that's something like that. I don't know, something intense, you know.
Well, that sounds negative, but we don't mean it in a negative way.
Yeah,
we mean like in a neutral.
It's just really intense. Yeah,
intense
it's
way
a neutral, really intense thing.
Like,
yeah.
I don't think of horror movies as being like bad or like causing negative experiences. People like them, and so it's same thing with like a very intense, violent song. It's not like we were trying to promote violence or anything like that.
Oh,
It's just like
not. Yeah.
that there's people get like a thrill out of imagining that kind of situation or being in that kind of situation when it's not like, you know, mostly mosh pits are like not life threatening. Usually it's just like people having
it's kind
fun.
of a mosh pit type thing.
Yeah.
Some vans to the head.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, release kind of.
Yeah, sure. If you like that.
Yeah. So what do you guys listen to? Maybe if you can walk us through a little brief history if you like.
I was looking forward to this question.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't need to be. I don't know. Just what do you like to listen to in general? Maybe to be more different than. I mean, you can kind of say like when you listen to music and maybe what kind of music it is or something and why, and I don't know, or just any way you like, really.
I don't know.
Well, could be a history, could be just right now.
We listen to very different types of music. I mean,
that's true. Yeah, between him and I. Yeah.
We have like commonalities, and like this band is kind of like made of the commonalities between us. But like I listen to a lot of like rap and hip hop. Like that's what I listen to like a lot right now. And obviously we're not that. But I mean, I love like,
what gets you going?
What gets me going? I've been getting really into jazz lately. Like I love like Italian like soundtracks from like the 70s. Like I love Piero Piccaccioni, or I don't know how to pronounce any of their names, but like Piero Umiliani, or like all that kind of stuff. And that's like what I've just been recently getting into. Like if you want to like my overall like arc of what I listen to, it's a lot of like, you know, started off with Nirvana. I like Radiohead a lot. I like Animal Collective. Bands that are like, I don't know. Everyone loves them. Everyone loves Radiohead. Everyone loves Animal Collective. I feel like a lot. They're just like they're beloved bands. But as far as like what I like, I don't know. As far as like the past like week or two, I've been listening to pretty much all rap. But if you look at the week or two before that, it's like all jazz. And the week or two before that, it's all like experimental bands or like noise rock or like I love Lightning Bolt. I love, you know, bands like that. And then as far as bands that we both like, I'll let Max talk about a lot of those, but like Electric Wizard is a big one.
Yeah.
And that's a big influence. Right. As far as like what's influencing our music and what we have in common, like Electric Wizard is a big one.
Yeah.
Lightning Bolt, like I said.
Yeah, I was going to say Lightning Bolt is bae. I love Lightning Bolt.
And then more stuff too, though. I mean, like.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we both. What else do we both like?
We like Sleep. I don't listen to a whole lot of Sleep. But
yeah, we both like Sleep, though. And Sleep, yeah. Sleep was one of the
Black
first
Sabbath.
things that sort of
I mean,
Black Sabbath.
Yeah, like so much.
Yeah, that's the whole doom metal side of it. Yeah, I sort of got into the whole doom metal, sludge metal thing in 2015. Yeah, that was right before I started the band with Matt, because I went and saw the Melvins in Boston that summer with my buddy Christian, who maybe he's listening. I don't know. Maybe he'll listen one day.
Shout out to you, Christian.
Shout out to Christian. Yeah, I love that kid. His brother was on WML for a little while, actually. Maybe he's still here. I don't know. But anyways, but Christian and I went and saw the Melvins, and that was just like that experience that we were talking about, where you know, we wanted like the whole Bib Gaby thing, like we're trying to make that really intense whatever experience for someone. That show for me was that. And that was the first time I had really felt something like that at a concert. Even though, I mean, I've always loved music. I've been a musician since I was 12, and I've always loved music my whole life. But, like, that was like the first time like anything did something like that to me. So yeah, that was sort of just like the first main ingredient to Bib Gaby. So that's important, you know. Doom metal, sludge metal, the
Definitely.
Melvins, Sleep, Yob. Love Yob.
Do you listen to much post rock at all?
I do listen to post
I
rock.
like Mogwai a lot. I feel like they influence like my playing or what I bring to the
I
band.
love Bark Psychosis. They're
Bark
a band that not
Psychosis.
many people care about, it seems, but I love that band.
Like Godspeed.
Duster. Duster's not
Godspeed.
really post
Oh,
rock.
Duster's good.
Yeah, yeah. Ryan and I both like Duster. That is another band that a lot of people really do not care about. That seem to have like sort of, yeah, they've sort of, and they were never really a large band when they were, you know, actually playing either in the late '90s, early 2000s. But that's really a band worth checking out, I think. Yeah, but then I also, it's so like sort of the other half of my taste too, and the other half of what goes into Bib Gaby is a lot of jazz fusion stuff, because that stuff got on my radar in high school when I became friends with probably my best friend Brian Stearns.
Shout out to Brian, my
Shout out to Brian
ex-roommate, who's
Stearns,
a really nice guy.
Ryan's ex-roommate.
You're a
who's,
nice guy, Brian. You used to be
Brian's
living
the
with
best.
Ryan, little Brian and Ryan.
The
But now-
Brian and Ryan.
But now you're sailing your own ship.
Yeah, he's filmed some of our shows and stuff.
He
so
has,
he's,
yeah,
and he's taken some great pictures of us.
Yeah.
Like if you see our Instagram, there's like
Yeah.
one. There's one post that's all professional pictures. Those are all Brian. So
Yep.
thanks for that, Brian.
Yep. Yeah, for real. But yeah, so when I became friends with him, I was like playing music with him and his dad in high school, and his dad introduced me to like, you know, just the craziest jazz fusion stuff, like Miles Davis, early '70s stuff, where it would be like controlled, a sort of like controlled improv thing, you know, where he would have structured improvs. So that made a big impact on me, and that goes into Bib Gaby a lot, where we have those sort of jams that have like a
Yeah.
structure. Where I mean, we're sort of just diving into that stuff right now, but
Yeah,
it's
we don't
we're-
do a whole lot of improv, but there's an
It's-
element of it.
right. But I think that now we're starting to like come into a direction where it's
Yeah.
happening more, and
Definitely.
I think I'm gonna try and.
Yeah,
I think that we should try and
absolutely.
like, and keep that going.
And
Because
we've
I always
had-
have loved the controlled improv thing.
We've experimented with that stuff before. I mean, tonight we didn't do as much improv, but like there have been times where we've improv like whole songs on stage and that kind of thing.
It's happened. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, we
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
we both love that jazz. Sometimes we'll listen to Miles Davis like on the way to practice and that kind of stuff. And like
Yeah.
you don't really hear it in our music too much. We don't sound like Miles Davis or anything, but it definitely like influences the way we play and the way we
Little
think
things that
about
happen.
you know that kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Cool. So, what is some of the stuff that's happened when you guys were playing shows or touring? Is there anything super crazy? Anything super fun and cool? What's the farthest you've been? Just answer
I don't know.
anything around
We-
this neighborhood of questions that you feel.
Yeah, so we have not played many shows. We've only
We haven't
played
played that
like
many,
4 or
yeah.
5. There was one show
Wow.
that it was just Max and Matt, like before I even joined the band that I
Oh,
that
that's
I
right.
filmed.
Yeah.
And then when I started joining the band, I think that we played like 3 shows.
Yeah, I think we played a total of 3 shows where it was Matt, Ryan, and me.
Yeah. And then we
Yep.
had one other drummer and then another drummer
Yep.
and then So all in all we've only played like 5 or 6 shows. So not a lot of touring. Like farthest we've gone is New Hampshire, so not very far.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we had.
But nothing like really crazy has happened at any of our shows. I mean, like
we've had good times.
we
though.
had one of our best shows. Like there was a moment where I like looked up and I saw people like Snapchatting us. I thought that was
That
really
was
cool.
cool, yeah.
That's just that just feels like really good because it's like, you know, it was probably like some freshmen who like just got to UMass Lowell and they're like, check it out, I'm at like a metal show. But to be that like metal guy who's providing that experience was like a crazy feeling. Like it was so like, oh man, some stranger who I don't even know is gonna be like on the receiving end of that, and they're gonna be like, oh man, my
Yep.
friend's at this like really loud show right now, and it's like
Yep.
that feels awesome. That feels
And-
really cool.
Well, yeah, and I would say that like at every show we've had so far, the few we have had, our friends have always been there. You know, our friends
Yeah.
Freddie, my girlfriend Chandana.
Shout out to Freddie and Chandana.
Freddie,
and
Chandana, Hayden's
Steven.
been there. Steven.
We played a show with Steven.
Brian. We did
shout
play
out-
a show with Steven.
Steven as a saxophonist. So if you
That
can
was
imagine
great.
our sound with the saxophone on top of it.
It was just one song. It was
Yeah.
this one song we had. That
Yeah,
Matt
he joined.
wrote a
He
while
was a
ago, but it
special
good one.
guest. But
Yeah, that was a
he's
good
a great
song,
friend.
though.
I know he was listening to it earlier tonight. So
Yep.
shout out to him.
But yeah,
Thanks for
but
listening,
yeah,
Steve.
But yeah, but basically, as I was saying, yeah, like our friends have just been present with us every step of the way while we do this weird thing that few people care about, and that's just so cool to us, you know. They're definitely not just there. We can tell they're not just there at every show just to be there, you know, grudgingly standing there. They're enjoying it, and they're really there for us, and that just means so much to us. So thanks, guys.
Freddie told me that he cried at one of our shows.
He
like,
did,
hearing one of
yeah.
our songs. So that was like beautiful.
Like
that was like
he said it was during the doomy riff at the end of John From.
Yeah.
That was the first song we played tonight.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you guys are averaging like about one show a year. But yeah, you have all these really
one or
cool
two.
experiences while playing.
It's true, yeah.
And it's funny how you say that about the Snapchat, because I feel like people who are at a really high level of performing, they don't like it when people pull out their phone. But you guys, like, I mean, I can relate to that. Like, you know, you feel like, I mean, a lot more people are just seeing you play at once, and the person thinks it's like something they want to show their friends that they're doing. So that is super cool.
Exactly.
So outside of music, what do you care about a lot or like to do or concern
Nothing.
yourself with?
It's a good question. I guess I'll go for it. I like art. I'm actually just starting to enroll in graphic design, which is I'm a little late to the ball, a little late on the ball there, but I like art. I like visual stuff. I'm not like an illustrator. I don't know how to like draw, but I love like photoshopping stuff. I take so many pictures. Sometimes it annoys my friends how much I like take pictures, because we'll be like walking through like the woods or something, and I'll like stop and take a picture of like some moss or something, and they'll be like, okay, let's keep going, dude, like come on. But I've taken some like pretty cool ones, so like photography, visual art, that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, well Ryan's done some great videos too.
Yeah,
he's got some great videos under the name Zen
should
Stiller.
I plug my Zen Stiller?
Zen Stiller.
Zen Stiller.
Yeah,
Zen Stiller.
like
that's your so that's your like that's your beat maker moniker.
Yeah, so I make beats. I make like
awesome
electronic
moniker.
music. So zenstiller.bandcamp is I got music on there, and then I have a Zen Stiller YouTube page with like music videos that I made. Like, so I took videos like, you know, I went on a trip to Europe and I took a bunch of videos there. I've like gone out to visit my friends who like live in other parts of the U.S. and took videos there. So I like edit all that together and then like edit it with like weird old footage that I find, and just like, yeah. So big visual part of it, and I definitely want to get more into like visual art type stuff. Like I would love to do at some point, hopefully, our friends Myopic Mystic, shout out to them, Myopic Mystic.
Yeah.
They play a lot, and they're like kind of a psych rock band, so I definitely want to do visuals for them. And I've had like,
you should.
Yeah, there have been times where I like maybe could have and like sort of have, but not on the level of what I'm thinking of. So I definitely want to do that.
Yeah.
Max, what do you do aside from music?
I don't know.
You have to do it even if it's something you just like or think about.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I dabble in psychology a little bit, you know, just not, you know.
It's a big B.F. Skinner fan.
Skinner head.
That specific. Yeah. Yeah, I dabble in psychology. I don't know. I play other kinds of music other than Big Gaby. What else do I do?
You're kind of all music all the time.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
When your
I mean,
answer for
I used
what
to
you
do
outside of music is other music.
Yeah, I mean, well, I used to do visual art stuff too back in high
Max
school.
is actually good at drawing. I can't draw, but Max like actually can draw.
Oh, stop that. No, I did some okay stuff
It's
back
out there.
in early
Everyone
college.
knows. Everyone knows out there now. You can draw.
I made like at one of my old apartments. So it was me, and I was living with Chandana, his girlfriend. We had like this collage on like the main wall in the living room, and so, you know, everyone that we had over would like draw a little stuff and like put it on the wall. And Max had some really cool drawings on there
man.
I can't repeat what they said on the drawings because
just that one where I put some profanity on that. Yeah,
some profane.
But I think it was just some weird thought I had. I
Yeah,
don't know,
but it was funny and like cool and yeah.
But yeah. Well, I guess I really should mention that I do a whole lot of sound recording stuff, and I just want to mention that because yeah, I'm a part of the sound recording technology program at UMass Lowell's music college over at Durgan Hall. And I feel like I should probably bring that up because for anyone out there who is remotely interested in sound recording, who is maybe thinking about going to college soon or thinking about going back to college, switching majors, whatever, you should really consider the SRT program at UMass Lowell because it
Yeah.
is fantastic. You will meet and work with a lot of great people there, and the professors are just really great people who will actually change your life if you apply yourself and really, try to learn from them. So, yeah, that's my little 2 cents about that. Sound recording is a lot of fun.
I don't even go to UMass Lowell, but all the sound recording people are so cool. Like I talk to a good amount of them, and I'm friends with a good amount of them, and they're just the nicest, most interesting dudes because they all are into like really cool stuff, and they'll show you like if you're like, oh, I'm kind of into like, for example, like funk or whatever. They'll be, oh, here are like 10 legendary funk musicians who you've never heard of, and now you have all their music that you can look up.
We tend to have really ridiculous music tastes.
Yeah.
That just kind of like go wherever.
It's so fun to just like sit around like a PlayStation or a computer or whatever where someone's playing YouTube and then you just switch off. Like everyone's trying to outdo each other and play like a better song or a better video and that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, we can.
And the SRT people, when they do that, they go crazy.
Yeah,
they know the most crazy stuff.
We go ham with that stuff. It's true. It's true.
Do you ever just throw on the Death Grips in that kind of a competition?
Oh yes, oh yes. Every now and then, yeah. Death Grips is a favorite of mine.
Time is right.
As with you, yeah, yeah. They're a great group.
I kind of like them.
Ryan's
No, they're
actually the
good.
reason I know about them.
Wait,
so.
am I?
Yeah, you know that. You showed me.
Oh yeah, I
Tachyon.
forgot.
You showed me the Tachyon
Yeah, so
music video. I was like, whoa.
When ex-military first came out, I was like pretty into it.
Oh.
I was that was also my like Odd Future phase. I was going through like really intense like hard
Yes.
rap, and I was like, oh man.
So many people hate Odd Future, but I love them. Even though
I like Odd Future. I mean,
I think
I go
people
through
hate Tyler, the
waves
Creator
of-
more than they do Odd Future. I love him though.
he definitely has an arc to his music. It's definitely
It's
like
true.
different things are happening at different times.
Absolutely.
He is very offensive.
His most
he
recent
loves
song.
being offensive.
He just came out with a song recently that was pretty good. That I actually forget the name of, but it has a
911
cool music video. No.
You know what
I'm talking about? It's a great music
It's like
video.
a 4-letter title
Yeah, it's something very short and it's one word.
with
but
like an
it's-
O.
Yeah.
Okra.
Yeah, Okra. That's it. Oh, yeah.
Okay,
That's a good song. I like that. I'm not a huge. I actually been listening to a lot of Playboy Cardi. A shout out to him. His album Die Lit just came out, which is I love it. Getting a lot of hate on the internet. A lot of people are like, "Oh, he just does the same thing for 19 songs," but I'll eat that up. That's all me.
People like send like their hate review of it like a few hours after it came out.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like you gotta let it digest.
Let
you
it
know?
sink in.
Jeez,
Of course.
Even music I love, like my first listen, like it's usually not my favorite. You know.
Yeah.
And then on the
you know
third,
what?
you kind of on
Yeah.
Death Grips, you don't even know what's going on until
Yeah,
like, the
I
third
think
listen.
that I think reviewing, trying to review any kind of music like that quickly after it's come out, it's not cool, man.
I think everyone
I
should
don't think
wait
that's
a
cool.
year.
Yeah, honestly,
Let the
like
dust settle.
or some sort of length of time, and at least like try to do the artist, whoever made that piece of art, a favor and just like digest it a little bit, because
At least a little bit.
yeah, because I don't know, my opinion is about so many things that I've listened to. I don't know about you, Ryan, but
Yeah.
my opinions change so much
for
about
sure.
certain things.
For sure. Sometimes it'll go back and forth like, oh, I love it. Now I don't like it. Oh, I love it again. Now I don't like it. You
Really?
just go back
Yeah.
and forth about something like a lot. And I don't know what that says about me or what it says about the thing that I'm thinking that about, but it happens. Like as you evolve as a person, you kind of like definitely change your opinion about certain things.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right, guys. So I'm gonna borrow a question from a popular podcast, and I'm gonna ask you if you put on it.
Oh, jeez.
It's a real life billboard, and it's on a highway.
I would do something political, because otherwise you wouldn't get that real estate. I would love. Well, I would love to just do like some cool art, like no words at all, just like something that I made. But you know, if we're being real, I would love to get like a certain message out there, but I'm not sure exactly what it would be, and I don't know if I want to offend people by exposing them to my political beliefs. Let's just say I would put something very far left. I would put something very revolutionary on there.
Save the manatees, maybe.
Farther left than that.
Farther left. Even farther
That's
left.
a worthwhile cause,
Yeah,
though.
I'm very extreme. No, I know what I would put. I would put Google Murray Bookchin on there. Murray Bookchin.
I don't
Look
even
him
know
up.
what that is.
He's a cool guy. He's not like super extreme. He has a lot of very practical ideas for about saving the environment and organizing our
good.
society in a way that will help us save the environment. So check him out. That's what I would
I
put on
have-
my billboard.
Yeah, honestly, that's funny you're bringing that up because I mean that's really what I'm thinking about right now. If I like really had to get a message to someone,
You thinking about Murray?
I don't know Murray. I don't know Murray, but
I'll show you him later.
Yeah, you should. You should. You've always got good
Hey,
stuff.
he showed
to show
you
me.
Death Grip, so
It's true. No, this guy's got a lot of good stuff up his sleeve.
He actually
but-
showed me stuff too, so it's not one way.
It's
But
true, it's true.
what would you put
Oh,
on?
I was gonna say that. Yeah. Well, first of all, yeah, I sort of am the same way about that stuff. I mean, I think that it's really important that people do realize that right now we're sort of accidentally, as Carl. I think, yeah, I believe that Carl Sagan said this, that you're very accidentally at a very incredibly important moment in the history of the whole planet. And
it's true.
I'm gonna get really deep, dudes. I'm gonna get really deep. The human race is sort of a beautiful thing, I think, and it's we're sort of a cool project of nature, if you ask me what I believe. But so with that in mind, and with the fact that our planet and our environment around us is very important in mind, I would say that my billboard would say something along the lines of, if you want to change the way that you act and the way that you treat others, you better change what's in your environment. Because that's really the only
Very
way.
deep.
But
it's true though.
Yeah,
It's
that sort of
true.
goes back to that psychology stuff I was talking about, but I won't get into that. But that's basically the gist of it,
Yeah. No, I think that's true. Cool Brains.
What
I love
podcast is
these
that
little-
from?
It's from Tim Ferriss's podcast.
Oh, my dad listens to that. I think he's really into that.
I love these.
I like 'em.
I love these silly little catchphrases you're slipping in there, like cool
Cool
brains.
brains.
We're big fans. I'm gonna get away from all that stupid deep stuff right now because, and I'm just gonna say that we're huge fans of spoonerisms and of just
Yes.
really stupid.
Bib Gaby. I mean the name.
Yeah. We're big fans of silly things like that.
Just spoonerism.
Just spoonerisms and
What,
yeah,
is that
just
when
and
you
like
switch the.
Yeah, switch the first
Oh
letter.
my god,
of-
dude! I do that all the time. I love that.
Yeah.
I never knew it had a name. But that's
Yep,
great.
there you go.
I also had he called Cool Brains.
Cool Brains. Well, that's like
cool
that. See,
catchphrase.
no, that was something else I was
Such
going to
a high
mention is that we're
compliment.
big fans of Steve Brule. So
Oh my
and
God,
Steve
shout out
Brule
to
does
Steve
that. I don't
Brule.
know if you know Steve Brule at all. Oh, that's great.
Oh, you need to watch.
It's
Dude.
what's the actor's name again?
Oh, John C.
Yeah,
Riley.
John C. Riley plays this like man child who is
He's
just
a doctor, kind of. Dr. Steve Brule.
and he
But
has
he's
like a public access show, in another
It's a fake
universe,
public access show,
fake
yeah.
public access show where he just does things, and it's just it's great. Our
yeah.
friend Freddie got us into that.
Shout out to Freddie who
Shout out to
cried at our
Freddie.
show. He was listening earlier. He's the great dude.
We love you, crying Fred.
We played in his basement for a whole bunch of our stuff. We recorded demos in there. He's helped us out a lot, as a band, and
Yeah,
just
for real.
moral support too, because he's there for us a lot. and
Everything.
he's
Freddie's
good
such a
dude.
good friend.
Yeah. But one thing I wanted to say though, and not about Freddie, is that I guess maybe people get a certain impression from our music that it's very serious and that it's metal in general has a reputation for being very
Oh yeah, yeah.
overly serious and stuff.
Right.
It's not like that. We just are having fun and we we laugh in between our songs and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's not all scowls and intensity and that kind of stuff. We like to provide an intense experience for people, but definitely not at the expense of fun. I want to have fun stuff happening too.
Oh yeah.
I would like people to laugh, at certain points. There's no need certain bands, especially bands that are loud and make metal music or whatever. No fun allowed. No fun at this show.
It's
We're
a
not
lot
like
of-
that.
yeah.
We want people to just have fun,
You're
and chill, and be silly.
Fun is required.
Yes, fun. We demand fun.
I wouldn't demand it, but I definitely would say that it's encouraged. So
Yeah, and we've seen people
Yeah.
dance and stuff at our shows.
Oh
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, we dance sometimes
Yeah, we
during
dance when
stuff
we're
like John
playing
From.
and, yeah.
Yeah. John From's a really fun one. We got to write more stuff like that.
Yeah, we do. We just have to write more in general. 'cause
Yeah, we
only
really do.
have
We just
5
only have
songs.
these
Guys.
songs that we've been rotating at everything that we've
For
been
years.
doing.
I mean, we have other stuff. So we've cycled songs in and out before. There are songs that we Like there was that like bluesy song that we played with Alec, and
Yeah. Yep.
there's other stuff. Like there's the song that we started practicing with Silas that we didn't get around to doing.
Which one? Which one was that?
It was like a weird 6/8 type thing. You were playing it earlier actually when we were sound checking.
Was I?
Oh,
Oh,
7/8.
that.
It's a 7/8.
Was
song.
I was playing that during. I think
Yeah.
I was playing it.
You were playing the other version though.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Well, I that's weird you're talking about that though, because I don't remember playing any version of it here in the studio tonight. But I remember just before we were hanging out, just before this, when I was hanging out with Chris at his place with Zach B, I picked up an acoustic guitar in that house and played a little bit of that riff
Really?
tonight. So that's
Yeah.
kind of weird. I don't remember doing that.
That's funny.
here, but yeah, I don't know.
We're very in sync. There's some
That's weird.
there's some meta material going on right here.
You guys are in each other's heads. You're
It happens
using,
sometimes.
What is it called? ESP.
ESP, yeah.
Telepathic.
Some kind of thing like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Creativity does do that to you after a while.
Yeah, I mean,
you start really thinking like the other people that you're creating with.
and there was a
It's
point where
true.
I was looking at you tonight, and we were looking at each other, and I could definitely feel like
Oh yeah,
some syncness, some
For sure.
synchronicity.
Yep.
That's what. Do you listen to Fugazi? Do you like Fugazi?
I have
think
not
I've been
listened
meaning
to
play
enough
more
of them. I
They're
have not
known
listened
for
to enough
that.
of them.
There's like a great. So they have a concert movie. I think it's just called Instrument, but it's like super good, and you can see like them syncing up with each other. You can just look at their like faces and look at their, body language and stuff, and see how in sync they are. And that's something that I want to strive for as a band. Is they're kind of known for being like a hardworking band, and they like practice all their songs a whole bunch of times, and enough that they can like, go off and improvise and do things that require a lot of preparation. It takes a lot of preparation to be able to do things spontaneously.
Oh yeah.
And so that's kind of what we're going for, or what
Yeah,
the
I
direction that
think-
we're hoping to go in.
Yeah, I think that one day, in a more ideal situation where I'm making some shred of a good amount of money and I'm somewhere closer to a particular city that, is close by, where there's more actually good places for bands to rehearse, we may sort of make it a habit to rehearse and all that, because my dream really is to be able to have a band, maybe one much like Bib Gaby, probably Bib Gaby in the future, where there's just rehearsing all the time.
Yes.
Where you're like really getting scientific about how you're playing these songs, and not necessarily in the sense of like they have to come out the same way every time, because that's kind of actually the opposite. Scientific about in terms of your process and
understanding it.
and understanding exactly what it is you're doing and where the final product should be in some sort of a general sense, but then having things like what I was talking about before with the Miles Davis early 70s like jazz fusion forums, where you've got these sections where they can go a whole number of different ways. There's another band that does that stuff named Magma, by the way. Anyone listening, check out Magma. They're
Check
really
out
great.
Magma.
Really weird, really wacky and weird. But
you show
great
me them
band.
before?
I've definitely shown you Magma.
Yeah, I think I remember you showing me
They're
them.
amazing.
They are weird, but very cool.
But they did a lot of that kind of stuff where they could and it was mainly from that sort of environment I'm talking about, where they could they would just rehearse so much, and it wasn't just drilling stuff. They would talk about what they were doing, and they would work on it in a democratic way, I think, based off what I've heard. And it would lead to that sort of music where just like anything could happen, and it was always fluid.
Yeah, and you can be once you do that, you can be more deliberate.
Yep.
In
Yep.
everything you do, you can just be
certainly. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, as we're approaching the bewitching hour here, you're still listening to 91.5 FM WUML.
You are. Yeah. Great radio station.
Oh, it's
you guys play some great stuff.
It is pretty great.
What was that show where people like review candy or whatever?
What?
There was Snacks with Seth, perhaps.
Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, that's a great show. I love hearing people talk about their favorite snacks.
What are you guys' favorite snacks? Lay it on us quickly.
A favorite
Not
like
quickly.
candies or favorite snacks? Because I think they mostly
Honestly,
review candy on the show.
I don't want either of those. I want both. Give it to me.
Max, you go first.
Jeez, I don't know.
What's your favorite thing to get in a bag at like a 7-Eleven or
Favorite
like a CVS
thing
or
to get in a bag
whatever?
at a 7-Eleven or a CVS?
It's not Cheetos for me. I don't really like Cheetos. I love
Not even Flamin' Hot.
No. Not really. I like Doritos are pretty good though.
Doritos are pretty good.
They're not my favorite.
What are your
snack,
top
though.
3 Doritos? If you had to rank them.
Is there a buffalo? Not a, like just a hot Dorito, regular.
There's hot. Is it hot chili? I don't know. Something
I don't
like
really
that.
like Cool Ranch. I'm not a Cool Ranch guy. Actually, I love
that's fair.
pistachios. Pistachios are a good
Pistachios are
snack.
pretty good.
Let's go with yeah.
I like almonds.
Almonds are good. I like
Cape Cod potato chips.
Ooh,
Plug in my homeland. Plug in my homeland right there. I am sort of from Cape Cod, originally from upstate New York, but yeah, I grew up in Cape Cod. Cool place.
You have a complicated backstory, huh?
It's not that complicated. It's pretty lame.
Max, have you ever had a garbage plate? Have you ever had one of those?
I haven't, and I'm actually really sad
You're
about it.
not really from
No.
upstate New York.
I need to have a long night sometime and
I'll
go
cook
and get a
one.
garbage plate.
Oh, that's another thing. We were talking about things that we do outside. I've been getting really into cooking lately. I've been cooking a lot of
Nice,
stuff.
nice.
So I'll cook
Yeah.
up a nice garbage plate for you.
Dude, that would be really fun.
Hell yeah.
That'd be really fun.
heck
Storm.
yeah.
All right. Well, I think the other people are telling us to get out of here. I'm making that up. But anyways, yeah. Well, thank you guys so much.
Thanks for
coming
letting us
in.
Thanks for having us
And
and letting us ramble. Yeah.
we're excited for when you guys release more music. You can
Thank you so
come
much.
here to plug it. We'll
Oh,
definitely
yeah,
have you back
we
over
will-
the summer.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that we had some of our like older demos on here for like a little bit from that friend I was talking about, Christian, his brother. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. How am I forgetting Christian's brother's name? Well, anyways, he played some of our stuff at some point, and Josh Hassler. Josh Hassler played some of our material before, I know, but that was like much older stuff, and we got some newer material coming. So
Yeah. Maybe we can
yeah,
play
we'll
it.
send it your way and all that.
Please.
And for anyone who cares about Bandcamp and cares about us at all, our new material will be on, once again, Bibgaby, BIBGABY.bandcamp.com pretty soon. Don't have anything good on there right now, but it's probably there's gonna be stuff.
Get on there soon. You
Yeah,
guys said
get on there pretty
you
soon.
might-
Probably within the next week. There's gonna
you
be some
might
stuff
put up
showing
some
up.
of this
so.
session. You
We're
might
probably
think.
gonna put it up.
We
yeah.
probably will.
Just-
yeah.
It sounds really
Just
good.
throw it up there. If you change your mind, you could take it down. You know. And I'm not even trying to plug the Fallout Shelter. I'm just
Well,
I'm
Lucas-
just saying. You know,
We're happy.
people want to hear
We're
your
happy,
music
dude.
and your songs.
Yeah.
They want to hear. it.
Thanks, man.
But
Do that
anyways,
tonight if we
Lucas did
tried
a really
hard
good
enough.
job. So
Yeah.
I think it's worth putting out there.
what's the last thing you guys want to say to the world,
The last thing that I want to say to the world. That's scary, dude.
or just our listeners?
That's a really scary
our
thing to
listeners,
say to me.
which is probably like 16 people driving around right now.
It's true. Yeah.
To them, I want to
"Oh,
say thank you and drive safe.
Yeah,
Be
for
safe
real.
out there on the roads.
Hey, yeah, whatever you're doing, wherever you are in life, whoever you are, I hope you're having a good time and that more good times are coming your way soon. I really do. Yeah. 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 Yeah.